Welcome to the famed New York Arena here in Midtown Manhattan for our main event. This should be a really good matchup here tonight. All that energy that opening round here. See if they go the full 12 tonight. Well, we've talked about the fact that this awkward, unorthodox fighter likes to have a little space. He's going to have that, but he's also going to be standing opposite a guy who knows the sweet science, who likes to box from the outside.
Yeah, he is, and of course that means that the boxer is going to stay with good fundamental things. The opposite of the unorthodox fighter. He's going to use the jab, and if he's really smart, he's going to lower that jab a little bit. You know, not jab to the head so much because he might only find air. But he's going to jab to the chest. Just keep the unorthodox fighter off bound. And, you know, the funny thing about it is exploit his weaknesses, because the unorthodox guy, you know, he's already got technical weaknesses. He's off balance, but he makes it work for him. Now you push him a little bit more off balance by hitting him in the chest. And now you can have a big edge.
Good way to protect the midsection. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. Halfway through this round here.
Side to side.
Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. One for you now, he says, right back with the left hand. Combo lands to the head. Tommy Hearns blocks that punch. A stabbing right hand by Tommy Hearns. Unbelievable pace here tonight. Both guys have no plans of having this fight go far. I'm sure the frame of reference for most is Hagler Hearns.
Yeah, you wonder if it's going to live up to that. So far, so good.
He comes with the straight right hand. Nice uppercut from Roy.
Keep it going.
Well, here he is, Teddy. Roy Jones Jr. coming off of an amateur career that everybody knows about. I don't care if you're a boxing fan or not, because of what happened in the 1988 Olympic Games when he was absolutely robbed of a gold medal.
It actually changed the scoring system, the rules of how they went about the Olympic amateur scoring. They instituted a new program because of that terrible robbery. But you know what? We look at the negative. I'll tell you the positive. That stays with you. It stayed with Holyfield when he did not get a chance to get his gold medal in the Olympics, when he was disqualified, where a lot of people thought he shouldn't have been disqualified. It has stayed with Jones. It has made him become a top pro. It has been a memory that has burned in his consciousness.
Jones is showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch. Good defensive skill. That is exactly what the corner wanted to see. A good combination punch by Roy Jones. Solid left hand from Roy. A little head hunting with the right. Jones's defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch. And he returns on that exchange. Crashes home a headshot after blocking his opponent. Jones is sitting back right now, Teddy, and looking for that counterpunch opportunity, isn't he?
Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. He's waiting. You know, he sees that his opponent is in his armory, so to speak. You know, he's in his castle. He's getting him to come out of his castle. He wants him to come out of his castle, so now he can attack.
Well, supposed to be fighting, but instead he's hugging. Tommy Hearns is on the bad end of a big hook upstairs. That's a forceful jab by Tommy Hearns. Final minute of this round that has been nothing but 2 straight minutes of non-stop fury.
Fasten your seatbelt. More turbulence ahead.
Tommy Hearns is crushed by a huge uppercut. Back and forth exchange. Oh, what a hook upstairs. Hearns' cut is on the cheek, and you can see that it's bothering him a bit right now. That's something we'll keep our eye on. Final 10 seconds. And we come to the end of round number 2. Jones's corner has to keep him calm. That's the kind of cut that can send a fighter into fits.
Yeah, and a corner man into using crazy glue instead of adrenaline. I mean, that is a scary cut, as you just said.
Breathe. Breathe. I need to see the combinations from you. All right, let's throw the combinations. This fight is way too close. Let's throw the 1-2.
And round number 3 is underway. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Very accurate 2-punch combo by Roy Jones. Teddy, you talked about Tommy Hearns' explosive ability. He opened a lot of eyes with his early career knockouts. He was the kind of guy that was almost scared for his opponent when he fought.
Yeah, and you know, you almost worried that he needed a meal too, because you looked at him, he was so thin, he was unassuming. You know, you knew the record, but when you saw him, maybe if you hadn't seen him before, you thought you were going to see this Hercules guy, this guy with muscles popping all over. But you saw a tall, skinny guy, and he gets leverage. And boy, oh boy, does he get results. He puts guys out.
And now targeting his opponent with the overhand right. Tommy Hearns is reckless. There's really no other way to describe it right now with the way he's punching than to say it's reckless.
It's reckless, and in a moment, he's going to pay a price for that recklessness.
90 seconds to go here in this round. Good shot to the head with that right hand. Right to the body.
Stay away from the keep working the jab.
Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Commits to the straight right. Targeting that head with the combination punching. Tommy Hearns is banged by an uppercut. Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot. 10 seconds to go in this third round. And we come to the end of the round.
You have to be busy. This guy is beating the shit out of you. You have to throw 3 or 4 punches in a row. You can turn this around, but you gotta let it go. All right, listen.
Nice work, kid. Good job in that round. Where's your body work? Hit the body.
As we start round number 4, not a lot separating these guys. Sometimes you can steal a round or two just by being the busier guy.
Yeah, it reminds me a little bit about those legendary stories the old timers used to tell me about Rocky Marciano. You know, they used to say that he used to hit the guy's arms. You know, he wasn't scoring clean, but he was keeping his opponent from scoring back. And then later in the fight, he was disabling his opponent from coming back.
It'll be interesting to see how this plays out from here. Tommy Hearns' cut is now changing the course of this fight.
Well, the fighter's been trying to do his job. Now the cornerman is the most important person right now in that ring. He has to do his job and stop that bleeding.
Hearns has had so many impressive knockouts in his career. But what about what he did to Roberto Duran? I mean, that was just brutal.
Yeah, Duran, you know, at a little bit of a later point in his life, let's be fair here, and of course had a heavier weight than Duran, really maybe belonged that for an optimal effort. But a beautiful setup. It's not just the power, Hearns. It was the jab to the body that took the eyes down, and then the right hand caught him, and Duran never saw that punch coming.
Let's go.
90 seconds to go in round number 4. And Roy blocks that punch. Up top with the right hand. And Tommy Hearns scores well with a big uppercut. Hearns is keeping his guard up very, very well. Teddy, does it help to have the speed that he has?
Sure. Anytime you have speed and you can put it into the equation where whatever you're doing, it has to be technically right, but now you put speed, you're doing it even better. You're doing it at a higher level.
Roy Jones Jr. with a big uppercut.
Relax, relax.
Come on, kid. Focus.
Pace yourself.
Fourth round now with its last 10 seconds. And this round comes to an end. Now that he's back in the corner, we get a close-up look. Hearns' cut even looks worse.
And it's up to the fighter now, Joe, for his attitude not to change. You know, we can look at it and we can say, wow, that cut looks worse. The fans can look at it and say that. But the fighter must be steady, the same attitude, as though he doesn't have a cut. Otherwise, he has no chance of winning this fight.
Let's go. What are you waiting? You want this fight? There you go.
Good action here tonight. Both guys bringing their best, and both guys meeting each other stride for stride, punch for punch. Tough fight to score here as we're back underway. Roy able to block that punch. Do you see any way in which he can take his opponent's aggression and turn it against him?
Yeah, the perfect way. I mean, boxing 101, counterpunching. You got a guy coming at you, no better way than to change his mind. Make him miss, make him pay.
He missed with that headshot.
Come on, kid, focus. Double up your jab. Come on, kid, focus. Let's go, hit him.
Oh, you see him with the left to the head there? Takes one, gives one. The right hand scores well.
Finish with the hook.
Still plenty of time to work here in round number 5. Minute and a half to go. Trading right hands. Boy, is this a dangerous biz. Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. Oh, what an uppercut by Hearns. Hearns is giving his opponent fits right here. His head movement is making for such an elusive target.
Yes, it is. Now the opponent has to make an adjustment. He has to realize that he's finding air more than he's finding any surface up top. So go downstairs to the place that's not moving, down to the body. That'll start to take away some of that head movement.
Work the body, kid. Body shots.
What an excellent two-punch combo by Roy Jones. Right to the head with that right. Jones is putting forth a great combination there. Coming to the end of round number 5, last 10 seconds. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. And that's the end of round 5. You can have the best game plan in the world, but when your eye shuts closed like that, everything changes.
The one thing doesn't change, Joe, and that's the mentality of a warrior. You find a way. You do not give in. You find a way. You concentrate harder, and you see with that one eye what you need to see.
Keep this fight in the center of the ring, okay? Nice round. That was good. Keep that up, and we have this one.
The start of the 6th round. Roy Jones Jr.'s last round, Teddy, could be a turning point kind of round. I mean, we start this round right here, and you do have the sense, even though I think he's down on the scorecards, you do have the sense that he's headed in the right direction.
Well, good things can start, you know, one step at a time. Well, he took that first step. Now he's going to take the second step and put 2 good rounds in a row together.
Well-targeted two-punch combo by Roy Jones. Good block.
Keep working the job.
Keep moving. Keep moving.
Roy Jones Jr.'s work rate is very high. I looked at the punch stats, and you can see that he's a busy guy. I don't think he's an effective guy, though. A lot of these aren't landing.
Well, you have a reason to think that, Joe. Guess what? I agree. They're not landing.
That's the clean shot with the left hand that he was looking for by Roy Jones. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Reaching the halfway point of round number 6. Good flush 1-2 jab and a straight hand by Roy Jones. very effective. He scored well. Nice work by Tommy Hearns.
Left and right, left and right.
Fires right back at him. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. He scored well after being hit himself. Jones's knowledge of the game is showing through. 3 ways to defend. One of them is to block. He did it there well. Look at that. The hook came home with ease. A little something for his opponent after getting tagged. Didn't get it done going to the body there. And that's the end of round 6. This is a bloodbath. This is just swollen eyes and cuts. This is Gaddy Ward 1. This is Castillo Corrales. This is great stuff.
Yeah, Carmen Basilio, Sugar Ray Robinson. Basilio had one eye closed.
Listen to me. I need you to keep busy, all right? I need more than one punch. You got any more to eat?
So the second half of this fight has now arrived. Hearns is throwing wide punches. If I'm standing opposite of that, I jump on it.
Yeah, well, if you're the fighter, that's where you have to be kind of like into a Kodak moment, where you take a picture and you say, okay, remember that, and the next time, bang, I'm going to take advantage.
He's showing what a skilled fighter he is with this counterpunching. Unable to land clean by Roy Jones. Jones is at his best when the combinations are landing. He scored well there with that combo. At the halfway point of round 7. Well, he goes to the gut with a right hand.
Hooked off the jab.
Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Roy lands the uppercut. Not able to land the headshot. You know, sometimes a fight takes on a life of its own. This fight has grown into something bigger than both men. They both have risen each other up.
Yes, that's a good point. They've made each other better. They forced each other to become something that when they got to the arena tonight, they were not sure they could be that.
Put hands up.
They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. Coming towards the end of the 7th round, 10 seconds to go. Move!
Oh, this is a wipeout. You're winning this fight. Just keep doing what you're doing, and you got this. Just...
You're fighting this fight. You're fighting on the inside with this guy. I want you to use the ring and keep your distance. Okay, listen. You can throw him off with some head movement. That's it.
7 rounds in the book so far. We look at Teddy's scorecard. Jones is in good shape. He is leading on Teddy's scorecard, but a lot of action still to come. This is where things can change halfway through a fight.
Yeah, this could be a danger zone. You know, the danger zones, a lot of people, whatever they do, they see them, you know, late in a fight or maybe very early in a fight. In the middle part, they think they're past that. You're not past that. You stop doing what you're doing, and this can turn on you very fast.
He just missed that shot up top. Hearns is wanting the counterpunch here, but that doesn't seem the route to go here in this fight, Teddy.
No, he has to be honest with himself and see that. But, you know, people under pressure in all walks of life, you know, in the ring especially, you see it right away. You kind of peek at it right away. It's obvious. Maybe he doesn't want to see what he has to see, because then he would have to discipline himself. He's not ready to do that. Then he would have to make the change. Maybe he just wants to leave it this way. At the end of the day, people are going to say, oh, that guy fought kind of fight that's, you know, hard to fight with, you know, and he has an excuse. Maybe that's what's going on right now.
Keep doing what you're doing.
90 seconds to go, halfway through round 8. Nice, good, quick jabs by Roy. Beautiful game. Oh, and there you go. Oh, that got him. That wrecked him right there. He's down for the first time.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10.
The ref stops the fight. Roy Jones Jr.'s hand to be raised in victory. He scores the knockout here tonight. Good, solid end to this fight. Roy Jones Jr.'s power was the difference. One punch, one knockout victory.
The power and the timing. He delivered that punch right on the button.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Always enjoy you tuning in. We'll see you next time at the fights.